we're turning it up over here, and everything looks good. So let's just start by presenting you guys. Here we are with Adam Roof from Senior Product Designer or UX Designer at Twitch.
Yep.
UX Designer at Twitch. And also we're joined by Charlene.
Charlene, yes.
Charlene, and so you're also a senior designer at Amazon Twitch too.
I work for Amazon Music, now I work for Twitch now.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. And we have Lumen Bigott. Lumen is principal product designer.
I got the crowd.
Yes, principal product designer at Eventbrite, which is pretty cool, pretty exciting. And yeah, that's it. So let's just start by going through all the different submissions, okay?
Cool.
So the first submission was by Vitaly Dulenko. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. And Vitaly, he put the UI, and I also have it as a prototype because he also created a prototype. So let me open the prototype here, and it's an actual animation. Let me just put it here, and let me just put it full screen. And also, let me just change to actual UI. There you go. There you go. So, there you go. Vitaly Dulenko is here. What do you guys think?
I really like the fast typing thing. He mentioned that he's really bad at typing, or like it's pretty painful, and he wants just kind of like quick access to emojis and text at the same time. So I think it's pretty smart. I like it. I think it will like accelerate the talking, or
Yes.
it will be also more fun to do.
I thought the animations are pretty smooth too. I like that he included when the other person was typing, there's feedback, so you know if the other person is, if you're waiting for them and you get some sort of visual feedback, right, that they're typing. And then as the different quick responses kind of came in, there's a little bit of a bounce to it.
Yeah.
You know, gave you a sense of the
spring
the
there.
physics, the
Yeah.
spring of those elements. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, pretty cool. I really like also the colors that he used. In general, the composition and the style, I really liked it, and I also in the functionality, I agree with you, Lumen. It's fun to just like to have like really quick ways of communicating. I will say that that makes me a little bit sad, but because that actually kind of is that killing our language in some way, or is it that enhancing it? I don't know, but in a way, I also love words too, you know. So that's.
So here I'm assuming that the user will be able to customize the phrases. And for someone like me, I text in Chinese sometimes with my family, and it will be super awesome for myself to create custom phrases.
Custom phrases that quickly you can just reply.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Overall, the contrast is pretty nice too. You know, the text and the width and all of that is good balance there, but still have a lot of personality.
Yeah.
And I think it's clean. I love
Yeah.
it.
So, yeah.
I was just going to say one thing as we look through these that's I was paying particular attention to is what kind of information are they providing within the chat. So in Vitaly's example here, the person you're chatting with, you just get their photo. And I'm just pointing that out as something to look for as we look at these other examples. What kinds of information are different people seeing as kind of the most important or the critical?
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's a good point, because maybe if they don't have any photos on their profile, might be confusing, or it might be confusing to the user if they don't know who the person is. Kind of like ensuring that that's Jonathan instead of Jason. That they don't both.
Yeah.
They both might be not having a photo, or might have the same emoji, or it's good to know.
Yep.
Who the person is.
Sorry, I'm just getting again the comments on the actual sound that is like really low. Hey, right, max volume. So.
Can you pull these up?
Oh my God, is that it? That's it. Hello. Oh my God, that was it. Okay, we figured it out.
Yay!
Thank you, man. Yay, we have sound now. And I think now it's too loud because
the pizza here is making you
it was a pizza, yes. I am sorry about that. I'm sorry, guys.
There
I
is
think
a
we got it.
huge
Hopefully
pizza
we don't
over
hurt
here.
anyone's earbuds.
I can't even think about anything.
Okay, so we got it. Okay, I'm sorry about that. We got the sound now. Audio too low. Okay, so let's continue to the next one. The next one is from Ashwin Jose or Jose. And any comments on this, on Ashwin's submission? It's also an animation.
I love this because right now I'm actually using like four, if not any fewer, chat apps with my friends, family all over the world. Something like this, visually strong, just make me feel like, oh, it's a very strong branding for me, like give me a strong impression about it, and so much fun to use. It looks like. While it also is very thoughtful prototype with a lot of features brought in, the indication of, downloadable video, the badges. It's fun and feels very user friendly.
Yeah, I love the avatar and the idea behind the concept of a comic app.
Yeah.
I really like it. I like that he actually considered high contrast. He put it like the white background behind the message, so just make sure that you can read the information, although you have a crazy background in the app.
Yeah.
Right. So.
It does serve the purpose of, it does feel like a comic, right?
Yeah.
On the UI, even like you're saying, the strong strokes around the UI here, for example, on the actual message, and the background with the I don't know, the comic things, and also like even the chat bubbles feel like a comic. Probably the typography could have been more like a comic, but probably wouldn't be also not as readable. So I'm also, probably his decision was because of that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to explore that.
And
I am a little bit concerned about the accessibility
on the pink.
Yeah.
On the pink color, the white is good, but then he considered, I guess, using the branding colors. But it is not working on some of them.
Yeah.
Okay, on the message sent by yourself.
Yeah.
As I said, there's not a lot of contrast there. Yeah.
But I can see in the other parts there is white text over the pink background.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So I guess that could be a solution there.
Yeah.
It's better.
Cool.
Okay. You were going to add something, Adam?
The only thing I was going to say is it's not on this screen, on a different one, where it showed basically some lines indicating that someone's creating a new message. Let's see where it comes up.
Oh yeah, like a loading indicator of the content.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a wireframe.
Yeah, I almost imagine this as you could be communicating how much the person is typing, and it could literally like start growing. Right?
Oh my god, that could be dangerous.
Oh, there's a long message coming
And you
up.
can see deleting. Like, I do that all the time. I type and I regret it.
Changing their mind. No, actually.
That is unsure.
Yeah, and then at the end it's just an emoji.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you, Ashwin, for submitting. It's pretty cool, and I think I really love the concept of the comic. It was really original. Let's move on to the next one. This one is Abdel Halim. Hopefully I'm saying it right. Abdel Halim Wahid. I am the worst. I'm sorry. But yeah, so let's check out his prototype. So here we have, and it's a conversation, and then he opens this, and then you can see other conversations with other people. You see all the different conversations that are going on. I don't know what this is, but I really liked it. I suppose I just like the colors. This part, hold on.
Like adding
send
information.
PDF.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
Send an
like the
image.
plus.
Yeah.
Got it.
Those are the different
I
actions.
really like the top area where I guess it's kind of like a quick access to your conversations.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that because you can switch between different conversations without having to click outside, click back and go back and click again and all of that.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I don't know about collapsing it. I think there could be some improvement there. And just instead of having like an arrow to collapse it, maybe just the scroll will collapse it automatically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize that was collapsible. I thought it was there by default.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay. Anything else to add, Charlene?
Yeah, I just as a user, I do have the problem. I have multiple threads opening at the same time, and I need to switch back and forth very quickly.
Yeah.
Sometimes I type the wrong message in.
Yeah.
So do you think
Wrong
this?
group.
Do you think this would
And
actually help you?
I feel this is trying to address that issue, but then I get a bit confused. I was thinking, what if we have that top bar? It kind of is repeating what the list view is doing. So I feel like this concept needs more work. But
Yeah.
I really like that it's trying to solve this problem. That's a really, really big problem for me as a user currently.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Just like being able to access other conversations quickly and just like jump between them quickly without having to move to a different screen.
Yeah.
That's probably keep going with that exploration, but that's it's cool that he tried to address that problem.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so thank you, Abdel Halim. Hopefully I'm saying it right. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is from Will Kwang. Let's see his prototype. And there you go. Here apparently a lot of people are talking. Helen there.
Yeah, it's like a chat,
Like a
group chat.
Yeah, it's like a group, right? It's
Yeah.
design team and the STEM members. And let's okay. Yeah, there are groups, there are friends.
Create a group.
You can create a new one. All the conversations, you see them. I like that he had a clear navigation between the difference between a group and also just this interaction is really cool.
Yeah.
Lots of love there.
Yeah, overall I think it's pretty nice, clean. I like the icons and the colors that he used in some of the icons. Kind of like the navigation is using primary colors, and then the bottom ones are using kind of like a secondary palette. And
Yeah.
the animations are pretty sweet, even when you're typing, like kind of telling you the person is typing and all of that. The contrast of the text is nice, and the kind of like a plus interaction. I don't know how we would call that. The adding more emojis in just one click
It's
or
almost
swipe.
like you're painting.
Yeah,
almost.
I don't know, but I
Yeah,
want to
with
use
your
it.
finger.
So
I would definitely use it. I love it.
It's pretty cool.
maybe
Also-
for different icons too,
Huh?
not only like a heart, but
yeah, just whatever you pick, being able to swipe and
Yeah.
add more. It's a pretty cool interaction. I also noticed something I noticed was in the group chat, you get people's photos and you also get their names, which I thought was a strong decision, because in a group chat you might be less familiar or people could have similar photos. And then in the one-on-one chat, he actually removed the name, just reduced it to the person's photo.
Yeah.
Which I thought is kind of a good use of putting the minimum amount of information you need to be confident about who you're responding to.
That's cool. Anything else you want to add, Charlene?
I really like that he showed multiple circles. So for the 3 people group, he showed 3, and for 4 people, he showed 4. I kind of wish like if it's more than 4, and we can still have some indication that it's more than 4, because like I said before, I have multiple threads going on at the same time, and that kind of visual hints will help me to go like quickly jump back and forth and
Yeah.
in and out.
Cool. Okay, so I'll try to move on a little bit quicker because we have limited time. So thank you, Will, for this. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is from Rex Tseng. And am I saying it wrong? I'm sorry, Rex. I'm the worst.
Then maybe Rex. I love his name, Rex.
So let's look at Lex UI and his design.
I think because of the colors, I feel it's very friendly and make me like, oh, it puts me in a good mood, especially all the dogs' photos.
Yeah, and you can see that he added like different types of interactions, like not too obvious, but like once you find them, it's kind of like a nice surprise, right? Where suddenly the plus has multiple purposes. Where if you, I feel like if you press and hold, it gives you a different menu, But if you just press it quickly, it gives you the little photos of animals and stuff.
I like the variety of the layout at the beginning. Instead of just having a list, he tried to do kind of blocks and then a list.
See that? Yeah.
So that's kind of nice.
And I love the shape of the bubbles. They're very stylized.
Shape of bubbles nice, and even when they stack together,
Yeah.
How the corners change.
But again, I also I'm a bit concerned about accessibility. So the
Because of the colors?
contrast,
The contrast of the colors, yes, I will agree with that. That's the catch-22 where the friendly colors, right? They look good, but then but they're actually not that friendly because they're not accessible enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great design. Anything else that you guys want to add for Rex? No? Let's move on to the next one then. The next one is from Gabriel Dorin. He didn't create a prototype, but he actually created a totally different type of chat UI where he created kind of like a dashboard and more of he made it web, and I think he's the only one that he actually made a web UI.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious that he spent a lot of time in this layout and he didn't have any chance to do the prototype. There is a lot of things happening and it's pretty interesting. The chat is very complex. There is so many things that you can do in there that I guess current products don't allow you to do.
Yeah, he mentioned something about a collaboration, I think.
Yep.
So what do you guys think of his approach and his...
Again, I can see that the UX problems he's trying to solve. When we chat with group of people, usually we're trying to decide on things, and things like polls and shared files. This will all help. But this is a very big UX problem to solve, and I think it's going to take more iterations to get to there. But already I can see a lot of really interesting things. Like me as a user, I would use the poll and sharing the files and organize the photos in a more sensible ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anything, Adam, that you want to add?
I think the poll feature is very strong. I like the way that you get the indication of the winner.
Yes.
Right? Very clearly.
Hold on, where's the poll? I thought it was a test.
Versus
Oh, yes, that's true. That is so
list.
cool. Yeah. Okay. I didn't even realize. That's awesome.
And the layout's still simple, although there is a lot of things happening in the product.
Yeah.
He kept like the contrast and white, and I don't know. There's a good balance of layout and
Cool.
text.
Okay, so let's move on. Thank you, Gabriel, for participating and for submitting this. This is pretty cool, and I think it's really good that you tried a totally different concept and not going mobile, but also web. And now let's go with Anna Bramble. She also did she submitted an image. So it's not a prototype, but she still went with the minimum requirements. So it's great.
This one was really interesting. I think it combined some of the things we said about the comic chat that really stand out as with a strong stylistic voice. I think comes through with the background here. And one of the things that stands out to me about this is not only that contrast, but the subtle elements. For example, in the chats that are active where there's a message waiting, there's this subtle green gradient
Instead of just
in
a
addition
badge.
to just the little dot. So they really stand out quickly. What are the things that I need to take action on? And then in the actual chat message, the today marker that separates your older chats from the newer ones. It's very subtle, but it's helpful and clear.
Yeah, I just feel I have really bad eyesight. So for me, it's fun. It looks fun, and it's so much easier when I just cast a glance and I know exactly where I am.
Yeah. No, I love the idea of having cars separate from the background and like maybe customizing the background. I think it's different. I think it's fun, and I like it. I think it's clear who you're chatting with and like who is active in the chat too, which I guess is the green dot that you have in there.
Yeah.
And kind of like the previews or like the past message from every single person is cool to quickly scan them.
Yeah.
I guess I have a question. We see in the example Danny and this group chat, Justin and Rebecca, it looks like. I wonder why those aren't sorted to the top. If those are the most important things, that would be one question I would ask Anna is, if those are the two most important chats, does it make sense to sort those?
I want to think that they're separated by time. So I mean they're sorted by time. So Danny Lowe is the one that was more recent, and it hasn't been read, but the Justine person is not as recent, and it hasn't been read, but it's not as recent. So it's that one is at 1 day ago. So that's why I think it's sorted that way. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to choose something to sort by, and time makes sense. But at the same time, if I have 10 chats going on, there could be something down that I don't even see. So it sounds like I'm going to have to be scrolling around if I have a lot of chats going on to find who's the next person to reply to.
Yeah, it's like No,
I wonder is like how I use Slack. I have a lot of channels, but a lot of channels I just leave it. I just read them on weekends, so I don't mind them to be buried under it.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's what Anna was thinking.
Comment for Anna is like, I think overall she mentioned in the note that she never actually pushed any of this out, and looks like this is one of the things that she's been pushing now, like the design. I think it looks great. The only detail that I see is just the sizing of the icons, just considering them to be the same size. The image on the text message is the only one that is larger than the rest, but everything else looks great.
Yeah. Keep working on it, Anna, and it's don't enter all the challenges, because you were mentioning that.
That's how you learn.
That's how you learn, by working and by doing the work. So yeah, thank you, Anna, for participating too. I'm going to move on to the next one. The next one is from Sruhana. Hopefully I'm saying it right. I'm sorry, guys. And
I love it.
she. So let me just put full screen. And by the way, you continue. I need to go get the charger because my computer is dying.
All right.
You continue.
Sure.
I would love to do that color palette in my app for chatting. I mean, it's pretty fun to be able to change the color like this. Although it might be not accessible, but it's fine. Who cares if you can customize it? So I like that feature of changing the colors.
Yeah, I think
it stands out from everything else, right? It's just
the application of the color palette is pretty consistent across, and it does make me think that if this was an actual app that I could choose the color, I wouldn't be stuck with.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I wouldn't be stuck with this color. I could pick my own color.
Yeah.
And yeah, to your point about the contrast, right? There's probably a few simple changes that could be made in terms of increasing the contrast, especially with some of those icons at the bottom.
Yeah.
They get kind of muddy.
Yeah, I couldn't even see them on the screen, so it might be a challenge.
Okay. Sorry.
So one thing about this is a mobile phone view, obviously, and for mobile phone view, you do need to worry about the size of the touch area. So people with fat fingers can still easily access them. So I can see there are a lot of functions at the bottom. It looks like it's very thoughtful. It can be a very thoughtful app with lots of things you can add, but the touch area size needs to be taken care of too.
Yeah, and she could probably have them as swipe, where you can swipe and see the other options, and that way she has more space horizontally.
Yep.
So yeah, but good point. It looks like I'm going to like,
Yeah,
like
I
it's
think
going to be too hard to.
The minimum size 40 pixels, so just consider.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you, Sruhana, for submitting this. Let's move on to the next one.
Yep.
The next one is from Jason Su. Shu. Okay. Okay, Jason. Oh my God. Okay, so here, let's see his prototype. pretty cool.
So we just saw something that was one of my favorite things about this one was that the person you're chatting with, their avatar is only shown once, no matter how many times they're replying or producing content. It just slides down to their most recent one. It's
I like that too.
It's a marker. It's avoiding the repetition.
Yeah,
that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of optimizing the screen for specific interactions instead of just like duplicating the content.
Mm-hmm. I almost feel like that person is live on the screen. It's moving here.
Yeah.
It's true. It's a really delightful micro animation.
And I can see that Jason really thought about all the different steps of what that experience is, because he even added like notifications and all that, right? Whereas it's part of the experience of talking and getting a response quickly.
The reminder thing at the top is pretty cool too. If you have events coming, or
let me go over there to see it.
Yeah, so that top area is pretty cool, especially if you're going to events, or I don't know, if you have something in your calendar with your friends. It's cool to have it there because chat apps are actually pretty useful. Or like you use them a lot during the day, so it's better than going to your calendar and like checking if you have something to do this.
And I like that it's like on the top, because usually these things are kind of like always like buried, right? Whereas like a link that someone sent you, or like you're saying an event that someone sent you, and then like, oh, where was that event? And you're trying to look for it in the conversation. And here he actually just pulled it out of it and put it out there in the home screen, which is really cool.
That's an area where I'd actually encourage Jason and other people to think about even pushing it further. So you can almost think about, what if the chat program had a bot that said, hey, we'll say Jason is the one chatting. Hey, Jason, you want me to create a calendar invite? And you just say yes. And it actually goes a step further into creating something else that hooks in.
That is not only here in the app, but also lives.
Yeah, or it purchases the book. Hey, it's $7.99 on Amazon. Do you want to buy it? Yes.
Yeah, because you work on Amazon and you want that money. That's what's going on.
I have questions for Jason. Is after a user has said, okay, add this to my calendar, whatever, and obviously it disappears from the screen, which is good. But do we need something there to leave there just to notify a kind of a feedback, like this has been added, this has been done, and leave a mark there instead of completely gone? And then when you scroll by, you'll be like, oh, did I add this to my calendar?
Cool. Okay, let's move on. Thank you so much, Jason, for participating. Really cool prototype. Let's go to the next one.
I challenge you to pronounce this name. Go.
So I call it Joe because I am an idiot. So what is the name?
Cherubin.
Cherubin?
Yeah.
Querubin. Querubin means like baby in Spanish. So Cherubin, what do you guys think?
I like the colors. I like the typography a lot too.
Oh yeah, I hadn't noticed the typography. That's true.
It's very stylized. It's very it's very stylized.
Yeah. There's good consistency in when you look at the icon, maybe for emoji on the left of the chat, it uses the same shape as the chat bubbles.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's an interesting consistency throughout.
Yeah.
I would say about the typography, I really like. I think he's probably using Futura or something like that. I don't know if it's too good for body text because of the difference on the X height and the actual height of the font. It's just, usually you want them to be a little bit more compressed. So again, I like it probably for titles and for display fonts, but for body font, it might not be the best one. So I will invite him to probably try something different on the font of the body.
Yeah, it gets lost in the list screen specifically on this one too.
But I love it with the higher letter spacing. It's easier to read when they're in the small fonts.
Yeah.
Cool.
There you go, and I like the icon there on the next to really the
that's one I was mentioning, right? It uses the same shape too.
Yeah.
As the chat bubbles.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're right. Okay, well, that's it. Thank you, Cheobin. Cheobin. Thank you so much, Cheobin. And that's it. Those were the 10 submissions. Do you guys had a chance to probably qualify? Sorry, like what do you say? Like put points on all of these and the score. Yes, it's just that in Spanish is calificar. So I was like, calificar will qualify, but it's no, that's not the traduction. So we were doing style and originality. Let me put it here. Sorry. Style and originality. Style and composition, creativity and originality. Let me move to this. You're like, no, my notes.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me move on to the next one where we actually see each other. So, what were the points that we were actually scoring? Can you tell us, Charlene?
Creativity and originality, style and composition, usability and function.
Awesome. So you guys came up with you scored each individual submission, and I think you already have a winner.
Yes.
So do you have a runner-up? Second place.
Well, we kind of have two runners up, I would say, right?
Okay, so we have two winners. Is that where we're listening?
No, not
here?
two winners.
Two
but-
runners
Okay,
up.
two
So
runner-ups.
kind of like-
Okay, well, can you name us who are the runner-ups?
I think the second position is for Jason.
Mhm.
A good balance in layout, creativity, and usability. I think it was a great prototype, and we three agree that it was a good one.
Yeah, let me just open Jason. Yeah, Jason. So Jason is a runner-up. That means you're second place. The second place was shared by Jason and who else?
I think the other one was Italy, right?
Yeah.
Vitaly.
Vitaly.
Yeah, I really love Vitaly's submission, and also, so Vitaly is also runner-up. Thank you so much. It's amazing work by Jason and Vitaly. And now the winner.
Yeah, well, we have to say that this was pretty hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was so hard to make a decision. Everything was pretty similar in terms of like creativity and layout, so it was pretty hard for us to make a decision. But the winner is... Who's gonna say the winner?
Charlene, tell us who's the winner.
It's Will Huang.
Yay!
Will. Yeah, Will. Let me open his stuff. Hold on. Let me just put it in full screen.
And while you're doing that, seriously, I think these are all super awesome.
Yeah, I can't believe
really
there's
happy.
like first time for some of them doing this.
Yeah.
This is Will.
Amazing work.
Will Huang. Yeah, amazing work. Yeah, I agree with you guys. This is yes.
Okay,
The best and one of the best.
We need music or sound to go with this.
Yes.
Especially when you do this.
Oh. Yeah. Thank you so much, Will. And Will actually won. Let me just open the actual the challenge. And Will won UX Power Tools. The mobile version of it. UX Power Tools is like a template that you can use to start a project. And also he won 1 year of Launchpad.
Nice.
Launchpad is it's a way to post your websites directly from Sketch. You can publish a website directly from Sketch, and they have a plans on different what do you call it, like hosting sites. So he won 1 year of hosting for one premium website, and
That's
this is
cool.
Launchpad. And then also this is UX Power Tools. So he just won, and again it was, who was it? Will, you just won this, the UX Power Tools and also Launchpad. Thank you so much, everyone. Seriously, I think it was
Bravo.
Thank
it
you.
was very difficult. Really amazing work, and just seriously, this I'm pretty sure that it was really hard for you guys, like, to choose a winner. So. And thank you so much for you guys for sharing your knowledge and sharing all your great insights. And I think it's all, even if you didn't participate, it's almost great to hear great minds like yours to see how they can appreciate the work from other people and probably give your feedback, your professional feedback. So really appreciate this. And that's it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank
It was
you.
a pleasure.
Yeah, it was great.
Bye.
And
Thank you.
yeah, and by the way, I added links to your works. Here, Adam, you have a Twitch. You go live and you share stuff on Twitch too, which is pretty interesting stuff. And you just like see Adam working. Charlene, I added your Behance too. But anything else that you want to share with the people?
Oh, that's my Behance. That's really old site.
Yes.
So if you want to see my work, we just launched 2 features on Twitch. Which one is broadcast, where you can broadcast live your pre-recorded video, and also another feature. We spent so much time working on it.
Okay, and Lumen Bigott, she works at Eventbrite, and you have a Dribble account. I'm going to post a link to that, but anything else that you want to share?
No, that's it. If you guys have questions or want help in designing anything, just message me on Facebook or whatever is easier for you, Dribble. I'm happy to help.
There you go, guys. Now you can spam her with all your questions.
What have I done?
Okay, thank you so much. That's it. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you for being here, participating, and that's it. Bye-bye. Let me just close this. How do I close this?